Hello again, Silja here. Today I want to share a strategy of how to deal with pain. I just love strategies because they help me know what to do when I really don't know what to do. So that's why I like to have them ready on beforehand so I don't have to think of what to do when I'm in pain. To handle both physical and emotional pain, I use this strategy, which includes 6 steps. I've had arthritis my entire life. All my joints are affected. Some are deformed, as you can see. And I have had a childhood in hospital. I've been in and out of hospital many, many times, taken a lot of operations and so forth. And when I was 11 years old, my parents brought me out of hospital and tried some natural ways, more like out of allopathic medicine and using more natural medicine. I changed my diet, I changed my way of living, I started healing in its widest sense, and that's when I started my healing journey. To me, the best medicine there is the one that works. And if it's possible that it works for your entire being, like holistic medicine often do, then that's better for me than treating an arm or a leg and then get other problems in your kidneys or liver or whatnot. So if it's possible, then I always go to more holistic ways of dealing with illness. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't take antibiotics if I'm having a very hard pneumonia. So I'll be totally honest with you. My life is a struggle, but it's also an adventure, and I wouldn't change with anyone. But it requires a lot of work to keep my body working. So to keep healthy, or as healthy as I can be, I need to take care of my food, what I eat. I need to take care of my sleep and my rest and do a lot of meditations. And I need to take supplements and herbs and stuff like this whenever there's something popping up. I would have loved to be much more reckless and careless about my life because my body needs rest, but my personality doesn't really like to rest that much unless it's on a sunny beach or somewhere or in a sauna or somewhere really, really nice. So hopefully my strategies can inspire you. Maybe they can help you to find your strategies of how to deal with whatever you need to handle in your life. Step number 1 is asking for help. Now that can be a barrier for me because I don't always trust that the help I'll get will actually help me. So I'm used to search for solutions all by myself, meaning I take the full responsibility of my own situation in my own hands. And that's good sometimes, but sometimes when I'm in deep pain, whether it's physical or emotional or whatever, then I don't see clearly. I can't really know what I need when I don't see it. So that's why I need someone to share with, share where I'm at, what I'm thinking about, and then together we can like sort of go to the next step. So that could be a doctor, it could be a sister, it could be a friend, it could be a therapist, someone that you're asking help to find a strategy or find out how to go on with the situation with. Receiving support helps dealing with pain. Step number 2, that is identifying the problem and taking action. I put that into the same category because now I have someone to share with. From step number 1, I've asked for help from someone, and then what I do is I analyze the situation in the sense, is this a pain that I'm familiar with? Is it a pain that I know how to deal with? Do I just need to remind myself or be reminded discussing with someone what to actually do? Is it pain that I don't know and I can't feel that I can handle? Do I need medical help? So all these things, to this kind of discussion, analyze, is very useful to step into easily, because if you don't do that, you start again worrying too much, wasting a lot of energy. At least that's for me the truth, that if I start thinking about a problem too long rather than doing something about it, I waste my energy and I lose my energy into it. So step number 2 is identifying the problem and then take action. So if I do know what to do because I've had this situation before, like for instance I have nerve pain somewhere in my back or whatever, then I know that I can use an Intrex machine, which is a machine that I use with frequencies that really help on nerve pain. So then I would use that because I know it's a familiar pain. I know I don't need to seek medical support because there's nothing they really can do about it. So I have another solution, but I have to remind myself when I'm in pain that I actually use it, because no solution really works unless you apply it. Very often if I have emotional pain, I get stuck in this space and then I need to do something. It can be putting on some happy music and start dancing. It could be the opposite, putting on some dramatic opera or something that makes me cry. What I want to achieve here is a movement of energy, a movement of emotions, to let go, to let them come and let them go, just like thoughts when you meditate. Feel the emotion, but then let it go. So sometimes I need help to do that, and then I find something that would trigger my emotions. So that is like the same thing I do with physical pain. I find out what helps me so that I can do that, and when I've tried that, doesn't mean that I feel fine, but at least again I know that I've done what I can do right now. And then we come to step number 3. Step number 3 is acceptance. When I know that I've done what I can do, it's so much easier to accept the situation as it is, even accept the pain, accept the situation and let go. It feels in a way like the pressure on me to solve something becomes less, and then it's easier to just like, okay, I have that pain now, it's here, I don't want to deal with it anymore because I've done what I can do. And then I come to step number 4, the distraction. Now when I have asked for help, I have in step number 2 done what I can do, taken the action that I need to take. In step number 3, I have accepted the situation, that it's still as it is, however it is. Then 4, now I can allow myself a distraction. And sometimes, of course, pain can be so intense that you can't watch anything on Netflix, or you can't listen to music, or you don't really manage to do anything. But very often you can. Very often, so I do, for instance, I binge watch something on Netflix, or I listen to music, or I listen to stand-up comedy, which I just love because I love laughing. And even if I'm in pain, I can sort of go out of it. If I've done the foremost steps, I can go out of this space for a bit and then enjoy some stand-up or some other comedy or something else, listening to an audio tape or a podcast or whatever. Whatever you like doing. I mean, I do different things, and according to the situation and where I'm at, and maybe if I'm in Spain, I'd take a bath in the sea, or if it's somewhere in Norway, I do the same here. Something that really is good for me. And if you're laying in bed and you can't move and you can't do anything, there are still distractions to find. Meditation is also one of my favorites for dealing for distraction, because I can go into another space. The point here is to change focus and where you direct your energy, and not dwell on the pain more than necessary. Step number 5 is gratefulness. And I know that when you're in pain, I mean, when I'm in pain, I really don't feel very grateful about my life. I don't feel grateful about the situation. I can't be grateful about my body right then. But what I can do, there's always something I can find to be grateful for. And when I search for that, when it's in my strategy, in my steps, and I've come to that step that now I can look for what I'm grateful for in my life, then it could be that, yeah, that I can eat whatever I feel like, whatever I need now, I can eat that. Or it can be gratefulness for the people in my life, for the people who support me, or for people that I know are thinking about me or are around me, my family, my friends, whoever is there for me. I can bring in this gratitude, and I do not do this to be a good person. It's totally selfish. It's actually selfish, but it's self-healing. The thing is that when gratefulness comes into my heart, when I can feel grateful for something which is not about pain at all, but something completely different, then I change the focus, I relax, I connect to my spiritual self. It sort of widens out my energy, and I'm not so focused on the pain anymore. So that is a healing process that I'm starting. And now the last step, the step number 6, is what I call heal and release. It's kind of a mantra for me, a sentence or some words that I repeat, and I'll tell you what I put into these words. Heal and release means to me that I'm giving up. I'm giving it up to my greater self, to the universe, to God, to energy. For me, it's like everything is part of this one big energy that is moving, and it's embracing all of us. And for me, this energy is love that moves everything in the universe. So when I say these words, I heal and release, heal and release, heal and release. It means I release everything that I don't need to handle right now. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't do anything more. There's nothing for me to do. I'll just give it up. So when we say we give up, it always sounds very negative. But here I actually give up in the sense of saying to myself, Silja, you don't need to do anything more right now. You've done more than enough. You've done all the 5 steps of your strategy. And now number 6 is giving up. Giving up in the sense of giving it to the divine or to the energy all around you. It doesn't mean that I give up and don't look for healing tomorrow, but I can't search and try to find solutions and push solutions to come forth. Sometimes I just have to give myself this room to dwell in the divine light and the divine energy, and sometimes I don't feel it because I'm in too much pain. So I don't really feel the connection to the divine when I'm in the state, but I still repeat it as my mantra. It really enhances the healing process for me. So I really hope that these strategies will help you too. And I'll write them down in the description below. Please tell me how they work for you if you try them out. Let's share some love.